Welcome back to another video. I'm gonna present the story of the guy, the Yu-Gi-Oh channel. He got divorced because he was playing cards Yu-Gi-Oh, and his wife didn't support that. So he's telling us practically everything you're doing wrong with a woman. Like he was trying to please a woman in the wrong way, and that's what it happens. Do not get with a woman. The point is, do not get with a woman who does not support the things you're passionate about. Do not get with a woman, never, if she doesn't support the things you're passionate about, because it's gonna make somebody miserable, probably both of you. And this is a typical story, how to do everything wrong when trying to pick a woman, be your wife. Exactly how to do everything wrong when trying to pick a woman and be your wife. Okay, I'm gonna play it here. Let's listen what you have to say.
You should go back to school. So you know what I did back in 2016? I sold all my equipment. I sold my YouTube channel. I sold all my camera stuff. I'm like, you know what? Maybe it is time to move on. Maybe it's time for me to do something better with my life. Not knowing that at that time, what I had was very special. At that time, something that I
So
chose to do.
what he's saying is that his woman asked him to go back to school because apparently he was like a musician, like a street musician, and he was doing good in the streets. It was good enough job to pay his bills. He had a successful YouTube channel, Yu-Gi-Oh channel, like playing cards, like Pokemon stuff. But apparently his wife said, his wife thought this is not good enough. Like my husband shouldn't be doing this thing. You should go back to school and get a decent job and something like that. So that's what he did. Like kind of desperate. I guess it's the desperate move. But anyway, that's what he did, and apparently it backfired him. Well, let's see how the story continues. I'm gonna play it here on my phone.
YouTube. I had something going on. Even though I had some drama and stuff going on before and I shut down my channel a few times, I had something that I completely gave up. I gave it up because someone said, hey, you know what? Maybe it is time to move on. You got to do something better with your life. There got to be something more for your life. And I sold all my stuff for a woman. And she's no longer here. And this problem persists. She told me at that time, hey, you want to meet my mother? You need a car. Because I didn't have a car at the time. I was doing YouTube. I was working from home. I didn't need to drive anywhere. Yes, YouTube is what I did for a living. It's how I paid my bills. And I was street performing also. How did I street perform? I just catch the bus 20 minutes down the street, played my horn, went home. I never needed a car. But when I met this woman, you have to go back to school. You have to exercise. You have to get your degree. You have to do something better with your life. Even though I explained to her, this is what I chose to do. A woman comes in your life and try to tell you the plan that you chose for your life is wrong. And out of love, I choose to say, you know what? Maybe she's right. And I took a chance. I took a chance.
Well, I like his honesty. I really do like this guy's honesty, and I really wish him all the best. He is very sincere, honest, hardworking man. But that's a big red flag, right? A woman comes in your life and tells you exactly what you have to do. That's a big, big, big red flag. Like, I cannot tolerate that. That's like, it crosses a red line. The woman is there to support you and love you, not to tell you what to do. So that's a big red flag.
I'm going to this up completely. Like, for good. Sold the channel to Jobber. Sold all my stuff. Tried to go back to school multiple times. There's some. I don't want to say that I can't finish school, but it certainly feels like I can. First, I don't know what it is. And every time I talk to people, they just think that everything I say is just an excuse. You are a grown man. You are an adult. You can do it. It's like no one can see it from my perspective. It's like I am always wrong. When I study, what I do, I fall asleep. What do they say? Hey, you're lazy. You're procrastinating. You're choosing not to do this. And I'm like, that's got to be something wrong with me. When it comes to school, studying, and staying on task and staying focused, I just can't do it. And I try, and I go back to school, and I pay all this money, and I pay all this money, and I pay all this money, and I fail, and I fail, and I fail, and I fail. Music.
Well, as I said, this guy is very honest, and I really do wish him all the best. But, well, as the saying goes, school is not for everybody. Not everybody is like university minded. Not everybody is gonna get a college degree and university degree. He found the perfect way to make a good life. He's a street musician, and he has a successful Yu-Gi-Oh channel which can pay the bills. He doesn't need school, but he's listening to his wife, and well, he gave up everything. Like everything you want in life, you gave up, and that's something where it's like something doesn't match, something doesn't add up. You don't give up the things you love, especially not for a woman.
It's always been there for me, and I've always been great at it. People say that, hey, they try to test me. They say, hey, you know music, right? You know this person? No. You know this person? No. You know this person? No. Well, how are you a musician? I also get people saying to me, hey, what key is this in? I say, I don't know. They say, well, how are you a musician? How do you play so well? I am not the type of person who is book smart or knowledgeable. I don't know things, but I know how to do things. I know how to do things physically in a creative way. I'm not the type of person who retains things and hold on to things, who can read a book and then take a test, pass it, and go on. That's not me. I am a creative-minded person. Anything that involves creativity, I can do at least to some degree where people are like, wow, you do it so well. You ever thought about going to school? No, I tried. It doesn't work. This is all tying together. I met the parents. They asked me, hey, what do you do for a living? I had to tell them I am a musician. I couldn't tell them I was a street musician. I am a musician. Then they said, hey, you have a degree? I said, I don't have a degree. My ex-wife parents did not speak to me for 2 years and told her not to marry me because I don't have a degree. What sense does that make? So I give up this YouTube thing. I give up my entrepreneurial things. I try to do something that's not innately a part of my strengths at all because I'm thinking I'm in love to do something for somebody to prove something. And this continues on through the marriage. She says, hey, you need to find a hobby. I was like, oh, let me play Yu-Gi-Oh again. So last December, last year, I start my channel up again. I buy my channel back from Java. Like, oh, she gave me the okay to go into a hobby. You know what she said? You're spending too much time playing those cards. It's either the cards or me. She literally said that. I'm like, you just said I need a hobby. I get into a hobby, and now you said I'm doing it too much. What is it? What do I do? She says, why are you into those cards so much? I said, hey,
Man, I really feel sorry. That's a toxic woman. That's a toxic woman. If she has a laundry list of things that you need to change about your life, then definitely that's not a compatible match. She's a toxic woman, and if she doesn't support your hobby, then it's someone you don't want to be with. I don't know what to say.
It's all about something. And I haven't played this card game for 2 years, on and off. How can I make a video for my subscribers about something I have no knowledge of? And I try to explain it to her, but she don't get it. She thinks it's just cards you pick up and you just play, like Uno. It's not that way. Every 3 months, a new set come out, new stuff come out. I can't make a video about something if I don't know what it's about. I can't start my channel back up and just start making videos. I have to be in it. I have to learn about it and learn what's going on. She hated those cards. She literally cried because of those cards. And people say, hey, priorities, man. It's your wife or, you got to do what you got to do. But then I'll be back at that point where I'm giving up things that I like, things that's a part of my life for someone else to feel happy. And I feel miserable in the process. I'm sitting there watching all these YouTubers come out and make videos and do all this stuff. They're traveling. I'm like, that's what I used to do. I love that. I miss that. Why can't she come along with?
Man, you love that, but she was feeling ashamed of you because of the social media influence. Apparently she has her working colleagues or her mates, her friends, her cousins, like people that she meets. Probably everyone keeps telling her like, "What does your husband do?" And she was like feeling ashamed, like, "My husband? Oh well, yeah, my husband just plays music randomly and he just doing some Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh stuff." And it was like, and people were like, "Oh really? That's kind of childish. Really? Does he make any money or not?" So she was like feeling ashamed of you. So it's like, I don't know. It's, as I said, it's a toxic woman, and you should always pick up the woman which supports you, supports your hobbies, and like she encourages you to do better. Don't pick a woman which tells you don't do this and don't do that. You should pick a woman which encourages you and pushes you all the way up to be successful. A successful man means a successful marriage. That's what I believe on. Successful man, happy marriage. That's what I believe. I never believe happy. How do they say? Happy wife, happy marriage. No, I don't believe that. It's always happy man, happy marriage, and that's the proof.
My journey instead of scrutinizing me, and then that's money gone from me. It's not about the money, but that was money gone from me. Then street performing. I said to her, "Hey, I don't want to move away from Baltimore." You may be thinking, why? That's where my home base is. My gigs, my performances, everything. Keep in mind, I didn't have a job. Like, when I say I don't have a job, like a real job. A real job is, going in 9 to 5. I didn't have a real job for over 10 years. It was YouTube and playing my horn. That's how I paid all my bills. So when we got married and we moved out to Baltimore to somewhere else.
Man, that's good enough. I hope I can do that. I really hope I can do that. Playing the horn, doing some street performance there in the street, and having a successful YouTube channel. A funny one, Yu-Gi-Oh cards, like Pokemon stuff. Gosh, that's my dream life.
He said, "Hey, how come you're not paying the bills?" And I was like, "What? I have a job. I have a 9 to 5 job. I don't make enough.
Can't pay the bills now.
9 to 5 job to pay all these bills.
Not enough money."
Before then, I could street performing in YouTube. I made enough money off of that to pay the bills. Now I'm working 9 to 5 all day long, and that's not a complaint because there are people who do that. But I had something that most people wish they had. Most people wish they can go out, make some money, pay their bills, and have all day off. That was a gift. That was something that I had. Now, you can take this video as me complaining, crying, I messed up. It is all of that. It is true. I am complaining. I am hurt. I made some mistakes. I did some dumb things. And you're right. It is my fault. I chose to sell my channel. I chose to give up this thing, not realizing, you know what? This is my YouTube channel. This is my life. You can't come into my life and dictate to me and tell me what's better for me because you don't see it from my perspective. And then get mad at me when I lose all of those things that I can't do, and I can't do what you think I should do. I've never been that way. It's like you're trying to tell me to walk or run a lap or a race with no legs. You're trying to tell me to do something that I innately just cannot do. And when I say I can't do that, it's just an excuse. So I'm moving out. In 2 weeks, I'll be moving out. I'll have my own place again. I'm starting my life over.
Well, I really hope the best for this guy. As I said, I really do hope the best. We all make choices in life. Life is all about choices. We make choices and we live by the choices that we make. I don't blame him absolutely at all. We all make mistakes, we learn from mistakes, we grow stronger from mistakes. Nothing to be ashamed of. It's just that he ignored the red flags. There was red flags start from the get-go, from the beginning. If a woman doesn't support your hobbies, then she is someone you don't want to be with. And if she has a laundry list of things that you need to change about life, then that's not a compatible match. That's not the right woman. She is a toxic woman. Okay, so please like and subscribe. I hope you like this video.